What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another Tartar fighting episode of the Center Beacon. Today we buy the Galahad. I was so excited. I had to make a video to show everyone, look, I finally got it. I did it. I saved up all my little pennies and I got just over 2,500 and there they go. Now I have nothing and I bought the Galahad. So, yeah, that's the good news. The bad news is I don't really have any weapons to put on it, and I'm so busy leveling other crap, kind of reworking my hanger just a little bit, just trying to add in some more splash damage, that I haven't leveled this thing. So he's still level 1. Level 1 sucks. You probably know that. But I'm going to show you some gameplay anyways, because I was so excited to get him. And stupidly, I had a task, and I think it was like, it's the one that you get that's like, get 3 beacons with a medium robot in one game. And it's hard as hell. Especially when, you know, you can see my guy here is, he's slow. Okay, it's like he's got a bad hip or something here. The friggin' Griffin is faster than me. This guy's just not quick. Now, when you see this guy, when he maxes out or gets close to, or whatever, level 9, you know, maxes his speed, I should say, he has like the little like galloping animation where he's clipping along pretty good. But not mine. Mine is slow. It's going to be a long time before I can kind of stop my other upgrades and start putting resources into this guy. So that's one thing that's pretty much going to ensure that I don't complete this task that I was trying to do. The second thing is, you'll notice I have a Columbus and 2 CRV pins on this guy. You know, I might have to put like a disclaimer on my videos, like kind of like, hey, warning, like, you know, pretty much don't do anything that you see in this video. You know, not because it's dangerous, mostly because it's stupid. These are the only weapons that I had that were maxed. All my other crap is like, you know, it's on another robot somewhere. And this is what I had available that I could throw on this guy. And I was so excited to get him into play. And of course, you know, what do? I immediately closed within like 200 meters of a face-eating, death-dealing, you know, thunder something lance. And, you know, promptly proceed to get my ASS handed to me here. But oh, that's right. Yeah. How do you like that? You know, because that's what we do with our 500-meter range weapons is we try to use them as close as possible. That's always the preferred technique, at least with my craptacular skills here. But you can see I'm not going to finish this guy off. He's going to eat my face, and that's okay. So there was 90 seconds or 2 minutes or thereabouts of, you know, you know, furious joy, perhaps not unlike some other things, but we won't get into that because it's a family channel. So that's it for the Galahad. So just stop the video now if you just wanted to see like mega Galahad 1.5 million damage gameplay type stuff. Not this video. It ain't happening. But I do go on to run some of my regular bots. But the Galahad, yeah, that's on my short list, or I should say it was on my short list of things to get. And I will be leveling it, and I will be finding a place for him in my hangar for later on, because I really like his speed, I like his defensive capabilities. And, you know, you can see the Rhino here. You know, once you get an Orkin and a couple of Pinatas maxed, throw those bad boys on there, and that thing's a nasty customer. Or my other suggestion, and I have a video coming on this too, where the ballistic weapons, the Punishers, the Malots, they're going to be so good. I'm telling you guys, get ahead of the trend, level these things. I have several sitting at like level 9, and of course I don't have the time nor the resources to fully level them. But I'm telling you, these things are going to be great, and the Galahad is going to be a neat little bot to throw those bad boys on and use his speed and his shield to kind of like, you know, to kind of get in there, deal some damage. You know, maybe a guy jumps in on you like a plasma griffin or something, throw that shield in place, kind of back up, use your speed. and just punish that dude. You know, pun intended, I suppose. Is that a double pun? I'm not sure. There's a pun there somewhere, but like with punishers or malots or what have you, because they're going to be good. Once these guys finally kind of, you know, they finally get off of the pot, so to speak, and do their business. And I can say that. I mean, that's not totally inappropriate. You know, once they kind of get things straightened out, or whatever's going on Test Center, we didn't even get one on Android, as far as I know. It was totally busted this weekend, but iOS got it, I think. So once they get their business sorted, we're going to get into these. You know, we're going to start getting these new the 2.6 times damage modifier to the ballistic weapons to physical shields on live. It's going to be great. So I'm telling you, you know, level your malots, level your punishers. But buy that Galahad. That's one of the best new robots that they've come out with. Everyone I've talked to who runs one likes it, and I think you can find a neat little spot in your hangar for that guy to take advantage of his speed. And he brings a lot of firepower to the table. You know, like I said, with that Orc and Rhino, it's almost the same firepower. You know, you're just short one more Orkin, you know, which does make a difference, but the speed trade-off, you know, is a pretty good one. I have no idea what's going on with this game. We're losing, as usual. Or maybe we're winning. I don't know. Maybe we're winning a little bit here. Slightly winning. I'm not used to it, so it surprises me when it happens. I think this was solo. And I think I ran into a little bit of a clan or something. So it didn't go incredibly well. Here you can see we're losing badly. I don't even know if we won this game or not, so we'll have to see. But here comes my bad boy. Recently got this up to 11. This is my Lancelot. This is the other bot. I did a video on this guy. I mean, you already know. I need not say anything. It's amazing. I recently switched him over to Plasma because I'm trying to front load my splash damage in my hangar, because I normally save the Lance for last. I only have one for one of those situations where you're kind of like, you know, there's, you know, you got like a 5-on-2 or a 3-on-1 or whatever the case is. The Lance ain't a bad choice to, you know, be the last one in the hangar. You know, you can see I use like the speed boost there, get around the corner on that guy. I can see he's already sucking, you know, he's down to like, you know, just a few ticks of health, and you can quickly accelerate, you know, and dump all that damage into him. So, you know, this is another one that if you don't already have this guy, you need to find a way, you know, mow lawns or whatever it is you got to do, get 5,000 gold and buy this guy. So, oh, hey, I think we're winning again. I got lost in the sauce there. I think, yeah, we're almost kind of back to winning. So, I think, is that a Galahad right there? That's a Galahad or the Gareth. They're very similar, kind of like looking at range at distance. Finish that guy off. This guy kind of shot my my Thunder off here. But it looks like we're almost starting to kind of like win this game a little bit here. It wasn't going too good there a minute ago. And then, of course, my least favorite bot, the Fujin, I think is what his name is. And he's got those damn Terrans on there, which I love. But he was shooting me in the rear end, and I'm like, seriously, did somebody come around on me and sneak up behind me? And of course, I turn around, it's my own teammate. So, you know, 5 minutes later, I return to the action to see what's going on. But yeah, so the next videos coming up are going to be on the Punisher and the Malot, and pretty much how you should be leveling those. Kind of like a series. Maybe not, I use the word series, maybe not really series, but, you know, things you should be leveling, you're probably not. You know, I just want to, like, you know, try to get all of us, like, ahead of the trend for once, because we so rarely are able to, because, you know, not everybody plays on test, and sometimes, you know, test doesn't work out the same as live, and it's kind of hard to get an idea of, like, hey, man, what's going to be good, you know? And I think it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period where people probably have a lot of Punishers and Malots laying around at like level 5 or 6. You gave up on it, but I'm telling you, dust those things off, get some resources, some silver, some whatnot set aside, and continue to level those. You know, I mean, unless you've got something else like, you know, an ace in the hole, you're trying to bring up your Lancelot or whatever it is, you know, by all means continue to do so. But if you're kind of just sitting around and you don't really have too much going on and you got some, you know, some silver to spare type thing, level up those Molots. I think you're going to like those. What I'm finding on all the test servers that I've run is that they are a great counter to those Trident Furies, and I know you guys hate those Trident Furies like I do. You hate them so bad because you don't have one yet. Or maybe you do, but everybody hates on, you know, being on the receiving end of those things. The splash damage, you know, area of effect is ungodly. You know, I feel like the guy fires it like anywhere in my zip code and I lose half my bot, you know. So I have one leveling, you know, cooking, brewing somewhere. You know, it's in the oven, but it's going to be a little bit. And I may kind of push him to the side for a little while too. Just because I've got some other things like if I haven't mentioned the Double Zeus Carnage is awesome. I ran it the other night, and it's not even maxed. It's pathetically at like 10 and 9 or something like that. But it was getting the job done. It was really fun to play too, with the speed, the protection, and then the firepower of 2 Zeuses, even not fully maxed, was really impressive. And with a good team, can be effective, even though you're fielding it and it's not maxed. So, okay, so shocker, we went on to win this game somehow. I'm not really sure. That was a win, right? I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going to see green here. Let me see. Oh my God, yeah, we did win. Wow. Okay, so somehow, clearly, no thanks to me, we won that game. But, as always, thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing, and I will see you next time at the Center Beacon.